What is up, guys? Welcome back for another Mock Monday. Today I'm going to be doing what I should have done last time, and I'm going to actually change the rear differential fluid properly. Got another bottle of the Royal Purple, that way I just have two full ones. No chance of running out. Also, I got a catch can because I'm prepared this time. The main things you're going to need are obviously the oils. I use friction modifier because I heard it quiets down the rear end quite a bit. 3/8 inch ratchet with a 1/2 inch little socket. This is going to be for getting the actual bolts on the differential itself off, and you're going to use this little extension here itself for getting off the fill plug. It also helps a little pump, that way you don't have to feed it in manually with this thing. It'll go a lot quicker. I got this lube blocker gasket from LMR. Instead of using RTV, I just don't want to risk the chance of it running out. But pretty much the reason this is great, it's thicker than a normal gasket, and it also has these little silicone-y kind of bead lines here, so you know it's going to get a good seal. And yeah, let's get started. Also, I'm not going to show the car being jacked up just because I did that last time and it's honestly kind of boring. So I'll be right back. I want to position this properly, and you're probably going to want to take off the extension and then break these all loose.
Ryan Litzel.
Also, I failed to mention, gloves are probably going to be something you want since it's going to get very, very greasy down here. Also, the ones with the tags, you want to make sure you keep them with it. This tag just says 75 140 synthetic oil only, so nothing crazy important. But it's always good to keep it. Make sure it goes back in the same spot. This tag, it's got some numbering on it. I'm assuming it's if you need I'm assuming it's if you ever need parts or anything. So that goes there. So with the last one, you're gonna loosen it a couple turns, just so that this rear pan here has some room to move, but you're not gonna loosen it all the way, just because you don't want it to drop or damage anything. And then you also want to be careful when you do this, especially because you don't want to scratch up either of the covers. Oh, I hear it. Not gonna make a mess this time. And there we go. This is filling up kind of quick. This is scary. Oh, this does not smell nice. Dear God. In case you guys are wondering, yes, it smells like ass. It's all the friction modifier. I mean, to be honest with you guys, the oil doesn't really look that dirty. Like, it still looks kind of, or at least from what I'm seeing when it's pouring here. It's not purple like the stuff I put in the other day, obviously. So you want to make sure you have some safety glasses, because this is definitely not stuff you want to spray in your eyes. Also, I recommend doing this in a very, very well ventilated area. You want to grab some paper towels and or rags. Some rags would probably be a lot more on the better side. Just kind of get them in there, try to scoop out what you can. Not something, ooh. Yeah, see how much more oil there was in there? Go and spray some more brake clean in there, make sure everything's out. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. It's starting to look pretty clean in there. That's about how you want it looking. I'm gonna put some more rags in there, and then we'll go from there. So next, and one of the most important things, if you're putting in a gasket or applying new RTV, the face is to be absolutely clean. So you don't want any RTV or gunk on here, otherwise you're not gonna get a good seal and you're still gonna leak. sure everything is clean. I'm going to get a rag, wipe all the excess oil and stuff off. Then I have the Scotch-Brite pad, and this is the fine one, nothing super rough or coarse. And just kind of want to go over everything. Make sure you got everything off. Everything is feeling pretty smooth though, so that's a good sign for sure. You want to do the same thing for the back. First thing I'm going to do is spray some, or well, actually, see if I can get this old RTV off. And brake clean. And we're gonna get some rags. Wow, that is quite a difference. Wow. And then, like I said before, you don't want any of the old RTV on here, so just get a razor and you're gonna scrape all the way around. Now is time for parts cleaner.
Ryan Litzel.
There's a good amount in there. Another important thing, guys, you want to make sure there's no RTV in the bolt holes. So I'm going to get the razor and pick that out again. I don't know if you guys can still see this, there's still some RTV stuck around the side here, so I'm going to go get that Scotch-Brite pad and we'll see if we can take that stuff right off. Bolts are also something you're going to want to clean. If you guys can see these, there's still like RTV and stuff on them. And when you go to do this, you want everything as clean as it can possibly be. So I'm gonna go ahead, put the bolts in there and clean it all up real quick. So like I said, guys, this is definitely something that you want to take your time with and do carefully. There's nothing worse than having to do it again. I'm gonna line these guys up. I'm gonna put a few bolts in really quickly and get it started so it holds everything in place. Like I said, myself, I just kind of want to put the tags back exactly where they were. So that's something I'm going to make sure I do. It's up to you guys, but I do recommend putting it back where it goes. I'm going to take your 1/2-inch ratchet and just start kind of getting everything all in there. Right now, you just want to make sure they're snug. You're not cranking anything down. We'll come back to that afterwards with a torque wrench. And then I'm gonna go get a torque wrench real quick. If I can find one, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got everything torqued down. The recommended torque spec for it is 24 pound-feet of torque. Back cover is all on, everything is all set to go. Now what I need to do is I need to open up the fill plug and get all the oil in there. So the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put in a full bottle of the Royal Purple. Then I'm going to put in the friction modifier, and I'm going to top it off with whatever else is needed for the Royal Purple. So that way, you know, you don't put in too much oil, it starts coming out of it, and then you're like, well, I didn't put the friction modifier in. So that way I know that's all safe and taken care of. I'll try to get a good angle of where the fill plug is for you guys. Alright, so the fill plug is right, you can see it right there. So I'll put an arrow right there. Like I said, you're just gonna use the 3/8. Pull it out. It's a lot easier to pull out the second time around. Once you've broken it loose, it's pretty easy. You can probably just grab it by hand. Alright, so this here is what the fill plug looks like. The end here is magnetic and I don't see any sort of metal shavings on it, which is a very good sign. But now we're gonna get the oil in there. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude today's video. Took between 2 to 3 quarts, I'd say probably 2 1/4, 2 1/2. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely be sure to let me know in the comments if you guys want more, like, you know, maintenance stuff, oil change, spark plug, all that good stuff. Or if you just want me to kind of stick to more traditional videos, doing whatever and whatnot as I, you know, upgrade the car. So right now I'm gonna get the car off the jacks, get it all lowered. I don't think you guys really care to see that. It's nothing special. But thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you guys next time.
Ryan,
Later.
Litzel.